You've asked them, hey, what do you like? What keeps you coming back? And what if some of those people said to you?
Well, usually their answer is not just one thing. They usually have several things, why they come back and why they like the Shiner Picnic and what makes it so good. So I'll just share a few of them that they've shared with me throughout the years, because I like to just go up to people and introduce myself and just start a conversation and just see where they're from. And I'm really surprised, the people that come from far and wide, to the Shiner Picnic. So
what's the? I don't want to interrupt you there, but I got to ask, what to you, off the top of your head, what's the furthest that you know that someone's traveled just to attend the picnic?
Just last year, I had a conversation with a young man, and they were from Arizona, and they came to the Shiner Picnic, and they had a great time. They stayed the weekend here at the bed and breakfast, and they drank beer all weekend, Shiner beer, so they had a great time.
And no one in Arizona believed that anything like this happens, because there's nothing else like it, really. I mean, it really isn't. Go on, and you were telling me about what some of the folks were telling you.
Well, one of the main things they like is just the friendly volunteers that we have, the friendly workers. Our workers, volunteers, they serve with a smile, and they're there, to greet the visitors, and so we do a good job at that. Another thing they love is our home cooking, the home cooking food, the delicious food. So that's one of the things that hooks them, and they'll be back once they taste that.
Hey, buddy, I've been trying to figure out how to make this stuff for years, and I don't get anywhere close to it. I'm gonna sign up next year to learn how to do this. But y'all do it in a couple of different locations, so we don't know how it is when y'all put it together.
We got 3 different cooking locations, so you got to go all 3. Check them out.
You got it. What else did they tell you?
Well, they like our atmosphere, the setting that we're in. Kind of just throws you back, a couple of decades, and I like that as well. The great music, and then the big variety of kid games. All the activities for the kids and the families.
Another thing that makes this event unique is and it's a great benefit. I mean, with the monies that is raised, how it goes back into the event, but it also helps out some other projects that you guys are working here on. One of the things that I wanted to ask you is, I know over the past couple of years you've had sponsors for the auction and sponsors for the beer garden and sponsors for bingo, and do you still have sponsorships available? And if so, how can one get in touch with you, or who do they need to call and get in touch with? Are we too late to get a sponsorship?
Well, probably for this year, I would say, yeah, you're a little bit too late, because we already got all that at the press and being printed and all those kind of lined up. But as far as like in the future, for the fall picnic or the next year picnic, definitely, absolutely. You can call the church office at 361-594-3836 and, ask about that, and they'll put you in the right, contact with the right person.
Are you still looking for volunteers if someone would like to come out and give you a hand and help? Or
Well, we have right now about 850 people on our volunteer list, and a lot of those are assignments. So we do assign certain families and certain students to certain locations.
Okay.
But as far as like volunteers, it's a little bit difficult to kind of coordinate, someone.
Especially being this quick or this close into the event, which is getting kicked off with the pre-picnic activities tomorrow and on Sunday as well. But I had to ask, because I know sometimes not turning the help down by no means, but it was just if you can contact the church office or even the church website, and I'll get that information to you in a second again. But with that being said, is there anything that we may have, because I know I'm going to go, we should have talked about that. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention the picnic hamburgers that evening. You got to get you one of those. I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know what they throw on there, but it's delicious. But did we miss anything? I don't know.
I think we covered everything. The other, you kind of wanted to know a little bit more about the
beer stand. There was a story behind it. I think you were telling me about it. What tell me the story behind that.
Well, I don't know the whole story, but I do know that it's the oldest structure out there on the KC Park. We did have a few of our local KC members that applied for a historical marker, and that's actually in the process, and we're waiting for it to be approved. But it's kind of a lot of paperwork and a long process, but that will happen one day.
Not getting into the specifics, but was that, I'm assuming that was there as part of the old original Blucher Park?
Yes, there was. Yes.
Wow. All right, that's pretty neat. You can learn more about that if you visit the Shiner Museum down there, because that's where I learned all that. Before we let you go, again, thank you for taking time to visit with me about this wonderful event coming up this weekend. If someone would like, any other events that you've got going on between now and the fall picnic?
The only other event we have coming up in the summer is the Stasny Hacek, which is our fishing tournament, saltwater fishing tournament. Mm-hmm. We do that there near Rockport. Okay. So that'll be July, I think, 15th through 17th. So you can check the church website, and we have all the information there if you're interested in something like that.
All right, sscmshiner.org, sscmshiner.org, or call 361-594-3836. Number again, 361-594-3836. Philip, before I let you go, anything else, buddy?
No, I'd just like to welcome everyone to the Shiner Picnic, and come here Sunday. You'll have a good time, and you'll be glad you did.
Hey, buddy, thank you for notching that little time to visit with me this week.
Thank you, Egan.
Philip Pilot with the Shiner Catholic Church Picnic on this week's edition of Guadalupe Valley Views. Now in the SoSyntex Weather Center, with a look at your weekend weather forecast, here's meteorologist Bill Heckey.
We are going to continue now with the conditions very much the same. It's going to be windy, not as windy as National Weather Service hollering severe, but it is going to be gusty. We are going to run with our overnight low clouds trapping heat. We'll bottom out in the 70s. Daytime highs, morning clouds decreasing in the afternoon, and we'll top out upper 80s to right around 90. Now, once we get through the weekend, early next week, another system moves in, and it will at least get us to talk about precipitation. From the Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Bill Heckey.
On the SoSyntex Bulletin Board, the Gonzales County Veterans Memorial Association drawing will be held on Memorial Day, May 27th. Tickets are on sale at Fainer & Son Firearms and Feeds in Gonzales, Apache Express Care E-Bar Feeds, Guadalupe Valley Veterinary Clinic, Gonzales Chamber of Commerce, in Belmont at Diamond A, in Shiner at Shiner Animal Hospital, and at Bain Tractors. Other church picnics going on Sunday include the St. Joseph Catholic Church Picnic in Dime Box. In Hallettsville, the Sacred Heart Catholic Church Picnic at the Hallettsville KC Hall, featuring J&S Playboys, Red Ravens, and Texas Soundcheck. St. Paul Lutheran Church in Serban holding their picnic, and the St. Joseph Stoneham Picnic, that's near Navasota, also coming up on Sunday. Share your community news and events on the SoSyntex Bulletin Board Facebook group, or you can email news at sosyntexbv.com. Thank you for joining us for Guadalupe Valley Views. I'm Egan Barthels, SoSyntex Radio News. Have a great weekend, friends.